In this video, I'll demonstrate the correct and most efficient way to check and adjust Shim type valve clearances. A small clearance is needed between the valve stem and camshaft to allow for thermal expansion and acceptable wear of the valve face and seat. Manufacturers have different time and/or distance intervals for checking and adjusting this clearance. Too much clearance and the engine will suffer performance losses due to a decreased valve lift. An indication of this may be a noisy valve train. Too little clearance results in unwanted valve lift, possible riding valves, decreased performance due to compression losses and increased emissions. There are two designs for shim location in a valve train. Over bucket, these can usually be removed with the cams in situ, and under bucket type. To replace the shims on this type, the camshaft will have to be removed. Always follow the manufacturer's procedures when performing this task. The specifications for this vehicle with the engine cold and not running are intake 0.21 of a millimetre or 1/8 thou, and exhaust 0.31 of a millimetre or 12 thou. Rotate the engine in a forward direction only. This is good practice to ensure the cam chain or belt does not jump position. Set number 1 cylinder on top dead centre compression stroke. This is evident by the cam base circle being adjacent to the cam follower. On an inline engine, the corresponding cylinder's valves will be rocking. Using a set of feeler or thickness gauges, measure the clearance and note this on the repair order. Correct clearance will be felt by a slight resistance between the cam follower and feeler blade. Rotate the engine to the next cylinder in the firing order. For this engine, the order is 1, 3, 4, 2. So the next cylinder to check will be cylinder 3. It's good practice to mark each valve as it is measured. This may help save confusion later. Continue measuring all valve clearances and record the results. Okay, let's interpret our results. We can see that out of 16 valves, 4 are out of specifications, 2 intake and 2 exhaust. Be sure to roll the piston off top dead centre to ensure contact damage between the valve and piston does not occur. We need to remove the incorrect size shims for measurement and replacement. Using the correct tools for this makes the job faster and is less likely to cause any damage. Always use a micrometer for shim measurement. Accuracy is essential for correct repair. I have measured the old shim at 3.25 millimetres or 128 thou. To calculate the new shim size, we can use this equation. NST, or new shim thickness, will equal the removed shim thickness plus the measured clearance minus the specified clearance for that valve. When substituted, NST equals 3.25 plus 0.21 minus 0.31. So our new shim thickness needs to be 3.15 millimetres. We have created a shim thickness calculator to help make the job easier. This is available from the welcome page of this video. First enter the desired clearance for both inlet and exhaust. Next enter the measured clearances for each valve. Then enter the measured shim thickness. The required thickness of the new shim will be displayed. Once you have selected the correct replacement shim, lightly oil it and install. Once installed, recheck the clearance. Continue this procedure for all other incorrect valve clearances. A manufacturer specified clearance range is another way to check valve clearances. For example, if the intake range parameters fall between 0.18 of a millimetre and 0.24 of a millimetre, or 7 and 9 thou, select a 0.18 millimetre thickness blade and a 0.24 millimetre thickness blade and remeasure. If the clearance is correct, the 0.18 will slide through easily, but the 0.24 will not. The correct shim size can also be determined by referencing a manufacturer's shim selection table like this. If the measured clearance is 0.25 of a millimetre and the installed shim is 1.7 millimetres, find where these two measurements intersect on the chart. In this case, a 1.8 millimetre shim is the one we want. Reassemble the valve cover and any ancillary devices. Start the engine and inspect for any leaks or abnormal noises. That's how we measure, calculate and adjust shim type valve clearances. Following correct procedures will make you an efficient technician. Thanks for watching.